Sounds good.
Good morning, everybody. Really excited to be here. Welcome, everyone. Wish this was in person, but virtual is going to work for today. And I'm really excited to share so many exciting updates and news from the team at Slice. But for those of you that may not know me, I just wanted to tell you a quick story about me, a quick story about Slice, why we belong, and how we're keeping local thriving. So I am Ilir Sela. I'm the founder and CEO of Slice, and we're on a journey to build the most valuable pizza brand on the planet. And by valuable, I mean valuable for our partners, valuable for our customers, for our shareholders, and it's a really exciting opportunity. And again, excited to share more today. Our incredible team is really driven by our mission. At the core, it's to keep local thriving. This is why we belong. And I started Slice about 10 years ago with an idea that was born out of two really important passions for myself. One, I come from 3 generations of small business owners in the pizza space. And this is an image of my uncle on the left, my grandfather and my uncle on the right. They were owners of Charlie's Pizza in Manhattan in the 1970s. Most recently, we owned another pizza shop in Brooklyn called John Anthony's Pizza. Today, I have over 30 family members and very close friends, many of whom are probably watching, that own pizza shops nationwide. And, you know, this has been a passion for me as I was growing up, a teenager, delivering pizzas, going to my friend's pizza shop in Long Island, making pizzas. It's really something that I was born with. And as a lot of people say, pizza sauce is in my blood. My other passion is technology. I remember growing up, my older brother got a computer in the late 90s. And I was really obsessed with this thing, but I wasn't really allowed to use it. So it's kind of a funny story. But whenever my brother would go to school, I would jump on and play around with it. And it's been a passion for me since then. And ultimately, I went and got a computer science degree, launched the tech support business. And so technology is also a really strong passion for me. And, you know, with Slice, we're kind of bringing those worlds together. Obviously, in school, I did all that I can to absorb a lot of knowledge in terms of not only the technology world, but the business world. And because of that, a lot of family members asked me for help with technology and websites, pizzeria owners. And after helping a handful in the early days, I realized that this need was actually consistent across the board, but I didn't really know too much about the pizza industry in general. I kind of understand the individual location incredibly well, but really it was a moment in time for me to look back and see, okay, how big is this opportunity, and where is the local pizza industry relative to some of the big chains like Domino's and Pizza Hut and Papa John's? So this is what I learned. So the U.S. pizza industry is massive, and what I was surprised by was to learn that the overwhelming majority of the industry is actually small businesses. So as you can see from this slide, the big chains, as I call Big Pizza, only make up about a quarter of all locations nationwide. But there are over 57,000 local pizzerias nationwide. And, you know, we're looking at this industry as an incredible opportunity and market to keep local thriving. And so by focusing on the independent pizzerias like your shops, and many of our partners are watching today, we cover the largest market share in online ordering. And this has always been and still remains a huge opportunity for all of us. For a long time, small business owners like you, and again, today we've got over 15,000 of these partners nationwide, have really been inundated by different responsibilities. These are independent operators, independent owners who are, as I've said for a long time, in business for themselves, by themselves. And it's a really tough job. It's a really difficult undertaking. Operators like you have had to manage a lot on your own. You got into the business because you want to support your family. You're passionate about the craft. You want to earn a living. You want to control your own destiny. But you didn't get into business because you're an accountant or a marketer or a technologist. And so the only insights that you have as an operator are the ones that you just kind of pick up on a day-to-day basis, the ones that you just identify on your own. And from talking with many of you, and most of you would not even know where to start when it comes to technology and building things like a website or ranking high on search engines or advertising digitally, how to buy supplies at a discount because, again, you're independently operated and therefore you're buying alone and smaller scale. And so, and we'll go to the next slide here. Even though local pizzerias make up 75% of the entire landscape in terms of number of locations, what I learned as a result of independents being alone in business was that they were completely left behind in terms of technology. And so when you look at some of the big chains, and we're going to focus in on Domino's here, I watched them completely change the game when it comes to digital, when it comes to online ordering, when it comes to digitally transforming their business model. As a result, as you can see on this slide, they've been an industry leader. They've been really a business that has set the tone for how other restaurant brands need to operate. You know, again, I watched them roll out an online ordering system. I watched them roll out a national and omni-channel rewards program that ultimately led to Domino's franchisees managing over $1 million a year in volume. And when you look at the small business, especially independents, you know, the big question for me is, why shouldn't independent operators, small business owners, have the same tools? Why shouldn't they have the same systems? And for me, the goal was, how can we level the playing field between big pizza, big chains like Domino's, and the small independent pizzerias that exist in every neighborhood around the country? And so for me, the goal was to launch Slice, and we'll go to the next slide and speak to some of the really game-changing technology and solutions that we have developed over the last handful of years. So for Slice, we've been supplying your business with the tools that you need to transform from an offline business to a digital one, and that's a really, really important proposition, and it's a really important solution, especially as the consumer needs continue to change. And so we've been supplying businesses like yours with everything from an omni-channel online ordering solution with your brand, so e-commerce websites designed for orders coming in through those channels, an omni-channel solution around Google food ordering, Instagram shopping. I believe we're now partners with Nextdoor and TripAdvisor. So anywhere the consumer exists online, it is very likely that if you're a partner with Slice, you'll get an e-commerce channel enabled automatically. We also launched the Slice branded consumer marketplace, and that was around 2017. And this is the world-class consumer app that is branded as Slice, and then slicelife.com on the web. Our team does an amazing job at continuing to invest in this product to champion the 15,000 plus local businesses that are part of our network. And then today, I'm so excited to talk about our payments and workflow and CRM solution. And I'll talk more about this in a moment. And this is a restaurant-facing workflow, point of sale, operating system that'll change the game for small business pizzerias. And then finally, as our mission and my original vision was to unite local pizza, the goal is for all of us to go from being independent to a community of 15,000 locations, eventually 20 and 25,000 locations, where we realize economies of scale so that we can lowered the cost of pizza boxes, menus, in essence, supplies, lowered the cost of marketing, lowered the cost of launching a new location. And that's a very important aspect of this model, because as we become more efficient as businesses, we can pass that efficiency back to the customer in the form of better pricing, better value, faster delivery, and greater insights. A couple of things I'm going to announce here in terms of our traction, for those of you that may not be aware. We recently crossed $1 billion in sales total on behalf of our merchants and our partners. And that's an incredible milestone. What I'm really excited by is that while it took us 10 years to get to $1 billion in sales, we're actually going to surpass that just this year alone. And that is the result of just so much work being put together and brought forward by the entire Slice team, but in partnership with all of you, our restaurant partners. By driving this volume through the Slice channels, we've been able to save small business pizzerias $250 million. And that is incredible. That is money that's going directly into the pockets of our operators and owners as a result of Slice managing this volume, instead of it going to third-party apps that charge just wild fees, and we all kind of know what those look like. As I mentioned, we're now up to 15,000 small business pizza restaurants on our platform. To give you a sense, that is more than twice the footprint of Domino's. And we are across all 50 states in approximately 3,000 cities and towns. It's been an amazing handful of years. I'm really excited about where we're headed in the coming years, and especially 2021. It's going to be a milestone year for Slice. To accelerate our growth, but also accelerate the growth of our partners, in the last handful of months, we launched Slice Accelerate. And Slice Accelerate was inspired by the added stress that offline businesses were experiencing as a result of COVID. It's no longer a nice to have to be a digital first operation. It's a necessity. And what we realized was that while as in terms of partnering with Slice, as the Slice team was doing a really good job in presenting pizza restaurants like Pizza Mia with the best light possible online, offline, our restaurant partners remain incredibly underserved, and as a result, very inefficient. And so we decided to launch Slice Accelerate and invest $15,000 in technology, services into hundreds of nominated shops nationwide. And these are neighborhood pizzerias, just like Pizza Mia in my hometown of Staten Island. And it was nominated because someone in the family or community knew that the digital transformation could not only help make them pandemic proof, but also help them grow exponentially beyond 2020. In doing so, we're helping our communities when they need it most, while also growing our marketplace. And as I say, just keeping our neighborhoods more colorful, more authentic, more unique, and more diversified. And so we helped the owner of Pizza Mia realize his vision for his brand. And we did this by using resources that we are uniquely positioned to provide. We did an entire brand refresh for this location, and we built its online presence. You can see some of those examples here. And finally, we brought forward some of those economies of scale, some of that buying power, to ensure that the cost of supplies was coming down for the operator. The result has been incredible. And I'll share some of those numbers here. For Pizza Mia, the sales within a handful of months more than doubled. So they're up over 130% as a result of the digital volume being up more than 3x, 330% in again, a very short window of time. And so local restaurants like Pizza Mia, are seeing the value of our full suite of benefits and solutions. And so we decided to launch Slice Accelerate a little bit more broadly. And what we figured out was, and learned, was that the need for this kind of program exists on a national scale. In fact, we were overwhelmed with over 2,500 applications nationwide from small businesses like yours asking to participate in this program. And today I'm excited to share more on this road ahead. So we have a couple of big announcements that I'm going to zoom in on because the team has been working incredibly hard, and I think they will help us accelerate Slice Accelerate, for lack of better analogy. And with that, I'm going to go to the next slide, and super excited to announce the launch of Slice Register. This is our latest development to help give independent pizzerias a leg up on the big chains, on big pizza. And so what is Slice Register? This is a brand new product that will put the same tools and data insights that operators like Domino's franchisees receive directly into the hands of independent pizzeria owners. So this is all about bridging that gap. So Slice Register is the first ever point of sale that is designed and streamlined with your workflow in mind. By your workflow, I mean you as a pizzeria operator. We all know that there are some very unique aspects to the pizza business, and this is literally designed for you by people who know and understand your business. And it's the only one of its kind, the only one made for local pizzerias. It's your version of the Domino's Pulse system, excuse me, and again, built specifically for your needs. It's going to play an amazing role in allowing you to connect all the different channels, including the phone, Slice ordering channels, Google Food Ordering, to enable your location to grow quickly while not necessarily killing your workflow. And we know how busy it can get on a Friday night. So Slice Register basically keeps all online orders in one place. It streamlines menus, streamlines your operation so that you as a local pizzeria operator can work smarter, engage your customers, and boost profits. Slice Register will make it super easy for local shops to sell not only to their customers intelligently, but also know and understand the insights of your business and the data that is necessary for you to make the best decisions possible for your business. And as we scale this, we're going to be able to apply data from a national scale, from 15, 20,000 other small business pizza restaurants, and turn it to you and make you even smarter as a result of that community aspect. And so I know that's a lot of technical jargon, so I'm going to boil it down to this. Pizzerias have a unique set of ordering requirements and a more complex menu compared to other cuisines. Pizza sizes, types, toppings, all the different modifiers. So there are a lot of options when ordering pizza. And you've got customers ordering pickup, curbside pickup, delivery, through the phone, online, through third-party partners. So digitizing these elements has a bigger benefit to pizzerias than any other kind of small business, eliminating any room for error while also making the process overall more efficient so you can take on more orders. By the way, I'm going to share a quick anecdote. By allowing online orders to be more streamlined and investing more in digital, we know and understand that we can then move customers from ordering via phone. And what we learned is that phone customers, in fact, I should say phone orders, go unattended, unanswered for small businesses 22% of the time. That's a big number. We also know that 70% of those phone calls are actual orders. And what that amounts to is on a daily basis, by solely relying on the phone channel, small business pizzerias leave out 15% of their revenue, just completely leave it out of their day-to-day, out of their pockets. And I think this is going to go a long way in capturing that demand by, again, educating customers on the value of the online channels, but again, uniting that with all of the other channels for the small business. Look, most point of sale systems do a poor job of serving pizzerias because they're focused on a wide range of cuisines and other retail businesses. As I say, what works for a coffee shop doesn't work for a pizzeria. And so every feature that we've developed for Slice Register is specifically designed for the independent pizzeria and what they need to thrive. So through a single channel, you'll now be able to manage deliveries, handle promotions, as I mentioned, take online orders and phone orders, and manage your in-person customer base. So perhaps what's most compelling as well is actually the price. One of the things that I know firsthand by having conversations with a lot of you is that point of sale systems are incredibly expensive. And so we were able to create a premium product customized for your needs and the needs of all local pizzerias nationwide, yet still remain incredibly competitive and create this very affordable option. So the hardware and software included in Slice Register are available to most of you and most of our partners in the Slice network at no additional cost. It's completely free. Setup is free. The hardware is free, and there are no monthly payments. And so we are doing this because we know that Slice Register will boost your business, and we will only win if you win. And so I want us to take a closer look. I want to thank our team for developing this amazing video that'll give you some very close look, a very close look at the product. And I'm really excited about this launch. So with that, I'm going to pass this on to the video of Slice Register. And again, thank you to all of our teams and all of you watching. How cool was that? That was incredible. I want to thank all of our teams for making that possible. And by the way, it's just the beginning. It really is just the beginning. We will continue to invest in Slice Register to ultimately make it the winning formula for your pizzeria and local pizzerias nationwide. The other thing that I'm very excited about, as you can see on the screen, is a really big consumer-facing product that we're launching today that is going to empower all of our partners as well. So we're excited to introduce Slice Rewards. And this is a new incentive program for consumers using Slice in an omni-channel way. And so officially launching today, Slice Rewards is actually the biggest pizza loyalty program in the country, the only one of its kind. It's, as I say, very sort of big pizza-like, and we know Domino's has a game-changing rewards program, but Domino's has about 6,000 locations. And the Domino's rewards program only works when you order Domino's. Slice Rewards is going to be honored by every single pizzeria in our network, and it's going to be funded by Slice. And this will reward the consumer for shopping local, for buying from their local favorites. And I'll get into some of the details. So how is this going to work exactly? Customers on the Slice app will earn a pizza point, I'll call it a slice, on every order that they place that is going to be more than $15. So on every order that's more than $15, you earn a slice of the pie. After you collect 8 slices or 8 pizza points, you will earn a free large cheese pizza, completely free. And don't worry, as I said, we're covering the cost of that free pizza. This is a Slice-funded rewards program that's launching today. And so we launched this new feature in an effort to create a dependable and a rewarding experience for the millions of customers on our platform, and thus bringing the more repeat orders to your shops. We are creating the world's largest pizza loyalty program to increase consumer order frequency, not only from your shops, but also to keep customers, buying local. We know that a rewards program is going to be a big incentive for those customers who are ordering by phone or potentially ordering with some of those big, expensive third-party aggregators. And so ultimately, this is going to be a win-win for both the consumer and our partners, and ultimately Slice. So we want local to ultimately be as rewarding as big pizza. You should be rewarded for shopping from Joe's Pizza. And Joe's tweeted this morning. The pizza, by the way, which is kind of cut off on this slide, is delicious. So if you have time, go check out Joe's on Twitter or Instagram. Classic cheese pizza, my favorite. But that's the goal. The goal is to make local as rewarding as big pizza. And the result is customers will order more frequently. Customers will also place bigger orders. And I'm really, really proud of this launch. And so the way to think about what Slice is continuing to do is, look, we're a first-party partner to you. And I hope that in time, and in the time that you've worked with Slice, you feel that also. We are an entirely different business model than you might see from various third-party apps. And our mission to keep local thriving is the reason that I launched the business, and the reason every person who works at Slice joins Slice. We're all united by that belief. We're all united by that mission and by that vision. And again, our goal is to continue to keep your business, your pizzeria, thriving and on a level playing field with some of the big chains. So this is just the beginning. We will continue to launch more products and programs that are uniquely designed to serve the pizza industry. We have more shops to help. We have more shops to get on our platform. And we know that pizza has its own unique challenges that others may not understand or appreciate. And so we have so much more work to do that we're going to keep working on it to not only grow our network, and again, today we work with over 15,000 small business pizza restaurants nationwide. There are about 57,000 locations in the US, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm excited about our progress, but we still have a lot to do. And the goal is to ultimately create the most valuable network comprised predominantly of independent businesses. And so we are set on unifying all of you to give more power to you than ever before. You are ultimately in business for yourself, not by yourself, as a result of this partnership. But one thing is incredibly clear this year. For those local pizzerias who have joined Slice, we have made the digital transformation to your business, and the state of local pizza is incredibly strong as a result. And we're going to keep local thriving as we continue to embark on that mission and that vision. Really, thank you all for joining me today on this milestone day for local businesses nationwide, for local pizzerias across every neighborhood in the country, and for the Slice team, who's been working night and day to make some of these new developments possible